Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Principles of Marketing at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a brief introduction to the class. Just kind of tell you some information that's important to know about this course. Specifically, I'm going to go over the course syllabus with you, which kind of outlines what we're going to do this semester and what the guidelines are going to be and so forth for this semester. And then I will also show you the activities page where all the assignments and exams and so forth are. So let's kind of get started here. On the first page that you see when you log into My Ozarka and you click on the link for this course, you'll see kind of the introductory page there that has information about the course at the top. It also has my name as the instructor there and my picture, and then it also shows an announcement section kind of towards the bottom of the page. So during the course of the semester, when I need to share information with you that's important for you as a student about this course specifically, I will post it under announcements. So it's a good idea as we go through the semester to check the course webpage or check the course page in My Ozarka on a regular basis. Probably once a day would be a general good guideline to follow, so that you can kind of keep up with any kind of information that I have shared with the class. That will help you to be more successful in the class. And so that's the first page there. Now, you'll notice on the left-hand side of the page, there are links that allow you to navigate to various parts of the course website. And it starts with activities and goes all the way down. One of those items is the syllabus. And that's what I want to focus this video on mostly, is going over the course syllabus with you. So let's go ahead and click on the syllabus link. And at the top of the syllabus, the very first thing you'll see is, of course, basic information about this course. The dates that the semester runs, starting date and ending date for the semester, and just basic information about this course. And then right below that, it shows information about me as your instructor. And just like I said before, my name is Stephen Baltz. I've actually taught this marketing course just about every spring semester, the 25 years that I've taught at Ozarka. And I've enjoyed all those years. Every time I teach this course, this is one of my favorite courses to teach. I really love marketing and learning about marketing, and I learn something new every time I teach the course. And so hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. And hopefully you'll learn some things that will help you in your other business courses, and then also eventually in your career as well. And so, like I said, I'm really looking forward to this semester, and I'm, like I said, I really enjoy teaching this course. So you'll notice there, in addition to my name, it has my contact information there at the top of the syllabus. Probably the best way to contact me, though, if you need to ask me a question about the course or share some information related to the course, the best way to contact me is through course mail over here on the left-hand side of the page, all those links there. Just find course mail, and that course mail is a way that you can easily and quickly send me a message, and then I can get back to you very quickly because I know exactly who sent the message and what course it pertains to. Whereas if you send a message through my Ozarka email, the problem with that is that unless you specify your name and the course that you're asking about, I probably won't know who you are or what course you are asking about. And so in order to have that information as part of the email, the best way to send me a message about this particular course is to send me a course mail. Okay? It'll just make the whole process more streamlined, and you'll get your answers, your reply, much quicker and much faster. Okay? All right. So let's see. Now, it also, on the top of the syllabus there, it shows my office hours. I'm on the Mountain View campus. And so for a lot of you, that most of you probably are not close to the Mountain View campus, so you probably won't have the ability to come by and see me in person. Well, we do have a virtual meeting that we can or we can meet virtually through Google Meet. If you'll just let me know that you need to see me or meet with me virtually through Google Meet, I can set that up. Just let me know like a day or two in advance. I can set that up a time that works for both of us, and I don't mind at all meeting with you virtually through Google Meet if that's something that you would like to do. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. All right, right below the contact information there are three sections there that are titled Course Description, Rationale, and Outcomes. Those three things are very closely tied together. And so I'm going to talk about them kind of together at one time. So basically in this course, we're going to learn about what marketing is. And most students, before they take a marketing course, they are kind of unsure what marketing is, what it includes. Some students think that it's just advertising. But as we'll find out as we go through the semester, it includes much more than advertising. In fact, marketing includes all of the activities from the point of time that the product is conceived of and the product is produced, and then it's marketed and it's sold in the market, and even after the sale, any kind of feedback and information that you're getting from your customers to help you with your marketing efforts in the future. All of that is part of marketing. It also includes things like product development, channels of distribution, retailing, advertising, public relations, sales promotion, personal selling, and price concepts. When we talk about marketing, a good way of kind of just very briefly understanding the four components of marketing, we talk about the 4 P's of marketing, which are basically product, price, place, and promotion. So as we go through the semester, we will learn about each one of those parts of the marketing process or the marketing concept. Okay? And so just kind of keep that in mind. Marketing is a much wider range of activities than what most people think before they take a marketing course. Okay? Now, you might be asking, well, why is it important to understand marketing and all the things that are part of the marketing process? Well, every business, whether it's a for-profit business, a not-for-profit business, whether it's a school, any kind of organization, every type of business or organization is involved in marketing activities. And it's not just the marketing department that is responsible for marketing activities and involved in marketing activities. For example, me as an instructor, I am involved in marketing of my program and of the college. And so because marketing is such a large part of any organization, we need to know more about it. We need to learn about it. We need to learn about the processes. We need to learn about the steps. We need to learn about the concepts that are involved. And so the more we know about that, know about marketing concepts and ideas and the system of marketing, the better off we're going to be when we need to make decisions about our marketing activities for our organization. All right? And really every employee in an organization or a business is a part of the marketing process for that business, or the marketing strategy or marketing activities for that business. And so because of that, it is important for, especially if you're going into business, which is what you're doing, every student that's taken marketing, marketing's only required for those students that are earning a business degree. And so especially those of you that are going into business, which should be everyone in this class, that is obviously important to understand. We need to know about how we market our goods and services to our target market. And the more that we know about that process, the better off we're going to be in making good decisions in how to use our marketing dollars to get the best results possible. Okay, so just kind of read through that course description, rationale, and outcomes. I'm not going to go into any more detail there. If you have questions about it, just let me know. It's pretty well self-explanatory there. All right. Next item on the course syllabus is the textbook. And you'll notice it shows a picture of the textbook. This is also, I'll hold up the textbook so you can see what it looks like. But basically, it's marketing 13. The 13 just is the addition for the textbook. Make sure that when you go and get your textbook, whether it's at the college bookstore or some other source, make sure that you verify this ISBN number right here. Okay? Make sure that you're checking and verifying that you have the correct textbook. There are different editions of this textbook. There are also different versions of the textbook. So the best way to make sure that you're getting the correct textbook is to verify that ISBN number. Okay? All right. And you'll need to get your textbook as quickly as possible because you will have work due from the textbook the second week of class. And so the sooner you can get your textbook, the better. All right. Next item on the syllabus is the methods of instruction. And I'm not going to go over this because I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Just kind of read through that. Let me know if you have questions. It's the basics methods of instruction that you're going to see in most online classes. So I'm not going to bore you with going through all that. You can read through it on your own. Let me know if you have questions about it. Next item on the syllabus is the evaluation procedures section. This is probably the most important section on the course syllabus simply because it outlines exactly how your grade is going to be determined for this class. Okay? So it's very important. I know when I was a college student many years ago, this is always the part of the syllabus that I always was most interested in because this is where the instructor tells you exactly how your grade is going to be determined. Okay? And of course, that's important for any student. All right. So you'll notice there are basically 6 items that will comprise your grade in this course. First thing is assignments. Then we have discussions, chapter test, a midterm exam, a final exam, and then a semester project. Okay? Now I'm going to very briefly go over each one of those. Okay? You'll notice the paragraphs right below that list of things that will make up your grade. There's a paragraph for each one of those. You'll also notice there's a percentage next to each one of those items. And that just is the percent of your final grade that particular set of activities is going to represent as part of your final grade. So, for example, assignments will be 24% of your final course grade. Okay? All right. So let's go over each one of these very briefly here. Assignments for this class will involve you being assigned sections in the textbook to read, along with some videos that I've linked on each assignment page for you to watch. And then you'll be given a set of questions to answer that are basically covered in those resources. And so you'll basically type up the answers to the questions. Now, when you're completing the assignments, a couple of things you need to be aware of. Make sure that you are using your own words, okay? And also make sure that you're answering each part of each question completely, okay? those are two key things that I'm going to be looking at when I'm grading your assignments. Okay? Make sure you use your own words and make sure that you are that you're answering each part of each question completely. All right. Now, let me also say that if I find that you are submitting someone else's work as your own, whether it's using AI to create the answers, to find the answers to the questions, and then just submitting that AI response without changing the wording into your own words, that is a violation of the academic integrity policy of the college, and it can result in you receiving an F in the course. So just kind of be aware of that. That you need to make sure you're using your own words. Same thing with the discussions, which is the next item here. When you're replying to the discussions with your answers to the discussion questions, make sure that you're using your own words and that you're answering each part of each question completely. Okay? All right. Next item is the chapter test. You'll have online chapter tests that you'll take with each new chapter that we cover, or set of chapters, and those will be true, false, multiple choice questions. You'll be able to use your book to answer those, and you'll be able to take those tests as many times as you want to up until the due date. And so those chapter tests are a way for you to kind of assess your knowledge of the understanding of the concepts presented in those chapters, and kind of work on those things that you still need to work on that you're not real sure of, that you haven't mastered yet, before you take the midterm and final exams. Okay? And that brings us to the midterm. Is just going to be an exam that's going to cover everything that we have studied up to the midway point of the semester. And on the midterm exam, and also with the final exam, you'll only be able to take it one time, and there will be a time limit. Okay? You can still use your books, and your other resources that you have, but you'll have a time limit. Okay? And you'll only be able to take the midterm and final one time. And of course, the only difference between the midterm and the final is just how many chapters are covered. With the final exam, it'll cover all the chapters, all the concepts that we've covered during the course of the semester. Okay? And to study for the midterm and final exams, what you'll do is you'll go back and study the concepts that are covered on the chapter test. You don't need to study the questions on the test, because those are probably going to change. And so what you want to do is study the concepts that are presented on the chapter test. Okay? All right. And then the very last item, as far as evaluation procedures go, is the semester project. And I'll be telling you more about the semester project a little bit later on in the semester, so you don't need to worry too much about it right now. But basically what it will consist of is you're going to find a company, a publicly traded company or corporation is important, and I'll explain more about that later on in the semester. But you'll find a company that you can find plenty of information about, that has public information about it, and you will research that company and basically write a paper report that discusses or explains the marketing activities for that business. And basically on the instructions for the project, I've outlined exactly what information you need to include about the marketing activities for that company. Okay? Like I said, don't worry too much about that project right now. You might be thinking of a company that you want to use as the basis for it. But as far as the particulars of the project, I will go into that in more detail a little bit later in the semester. Okay? All right. So that's the evaluation procedures. Make sure this first week of class that you carefully read through this. I kind of outlined everything and hit the high points, but you need to carefully read through this, because this is what's going to determine your grade for this class. Okay? All right. Next item on the syllabus is the grading scale. That's the standard grading scale that you see in most classes. I'm not going to go over that with you. That's self-explanatory. Just read through it. Let me know if you have questions. Next item is makeup policy. Let me spend just a minute talking about this. For this class, I have given you plenty of time as far as setting up the due dates for the activities. I try to give you plenty of time to get each set of activities submitted. And because of that, because I'm giving you plenty of time, I generally do not allow makeup work in this class. Now, that being said, if you have a special circumstance, something happened, that prevented you from being able to get the work submitted on time, send me a course mail. Let me know all the specifics. Be as specific as you can be. And then I will look at that on an individual basis, case-by-case basis. Okay? But just remember, in general, I do not allow makeup work in this course. Okay? All right. Next item, attendance policy. Now, obviously, we're not meeting in class for this particular online section of this course. But that being said, attendance for an online class is kind of measured in how much you interact with or access the course page in My Ozarka. And keep in mind that I can review the activity that you have that where you actually access various parts of the course page in My Ozarka. I'm able to see, when you accessed it, how much time you spent. In other words, I'm able to kind of track all that information. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, as a general rule, what I would like you to do is make sure that you log in to the course page in My Ozarka at least once a day during this semester. The reason I say that is because that's going to be the best way for you to make sure that you're successful in the class. Making sure that you're keeping on track, that you're reminding yourself of due dates, that you're reading the announcements that I posted on the introductory page on the course website. All those things. If you're not accessing the course page but once a week or once every 4 or 5 days or whatever, you're probably going to miss some things that are important to the class, and you're going to get off track, and that's going to hurt your grade. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Next item on the course syllabus is academic integrity, and I've already talked about this a little bit when I talked about the assignments and the discussions, but the main point here is that we want to make sure that we keep the integrity of our classes, that we're not using other people's work as our own. And so everything that you submit for this class needs to be your own words. If it's not, then there will be some penalties for that, and it outlines those penalties here in the academic integrity section. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you just make sure that you do your own work, use your own words, then you shouldn't have any problems with that. Okay? All right. Let me also point out that academic integrity also includes using AI tools to complete your work. Now, I don't mind at all. In fact, I encourage you to use any tools that are available to you to help you understand the concepts presented in the course. But you have to kind of make sure that you're using those AI tools in an ethical way by making sure that you're not using it as a way to get around doing the work yourself. Okay? So I don't mind at all you using AI or other online tools to learn more about the concepts, but you still need to put the information into your own words. Okay? And I will be watching for that, so just kind of keep that in mind, because I have had problems in the past few semesters with that. Okay? All right. The last several parts of the course syllabus are just pretty well self-explanatory, and they're the standard parts, syllabus parts that you're going to see in most of your classes. So I'm not going to bore you with going over all those, but you still need to read through those and let me know if you have any questions. All right, so that's the course syllabus. And so let's go now to the activities page in my Ozarka here. This activities page, which I access by just clicking the activities link on the left-hand side of the page there, where all those navigation links are. This activities page is probably the page you're going to interact with the most as you're going through and taking this course this semester, because this is the page that shows all the activities that we're going to be, the things that we're going to be working on during the course of the semester. And you'll notice it's organized by week. So you start off with week 1, this first week of the semester, and it goes all the way down to week 16, where we'll take our final exam. Okay? So let's start with week 1 here. You'll notice I've got 2 items under week 1. I've got a Getting Started link, and let's go ahead and click on that first. This is basically just a series of links that I've provided to the schedule and syllabus and the textbook, things that you need to kind of look through and let me know if you have questions about this first week of class. So that's going to be one of your first things that you're going to need to do for this class, is make sure you've read through those things and clicked on those links and read through that information, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so this is just a convenient way of me providing all those resources for you in one location. All right, so there's not really anything to turn in for the Getting Started activity. It's just a series of things that you need to read through and make sure you understand. The other item under week 1 is the Introduce Yourself discussion. Let's go ahead and click on that. What I've done here is I have created a discussion where I introduce myself to the class, and then I've given you instructions to reply to this discussion and include information about yourself. And the reason I do this is because since this is an online class and we don't see each other face to face, the next best thing is for us to at least get to know each other a little bit online. So this discussion is designed to kind of allow us to kind of get to know each other a little bit. And so the kind of information I'd like you to share is, of course, your name, where you're from, maybe some of the other classes that you're taking this semester, what your program is that you're working on, whether it's business or something else. For most of you, I assume it's going to be business, but there may be 1 or 2 of you that are taking this class as part of another program. But just, whatever information you'd like to share, maybe information about your career goals. If you're working right now, maybe information about where you're working right now, but then maybe like I said, your career goals, your hobbies, your interests, just any kind of information that you would like to share with the class. And it's just a way for us to get to know each other a little bit more. The other thing is, as I see students replying to this discussion, I will reply to many of those as well, and then I will also reply with some more information about myself. And so just kind of be looking for that. Just kind of a way for us to interact online, and that will become important later on when we do discussions, when we have discussions online that pertain to particular concepts that we're learning about. So just kind of be aware that Introduce Yourself discussion is due that first week of class. Let's go back to the activities page. And that's really the only thing that's due the first week. And it's due specifically Saturday, January 25th. So this coming Saturday, that Introduce Yourself discussion is due. All right, now, the first set of chapter activities from the textbook will be due during week 2 of the semester, so next week. And specifically next Wednesday, January 29th. So you'll have the Chapter 1 assignment, Chapter 1 test, and the Chapter 1 discussion, all due by Wednesday, January 29th. Now you'll also notice, in addition to those 3 things that I just talked about, there's also a Chapter 1 case study. And what that is that's the information that you'll read through to complete the Chapter 1 discussion. So there's nothing to turn in for the case study. That's just the document that you'll read through and use to complete the Chapter 1 discussion. Okay? So, just kind of, like I said, kind of explore the course page in My Ozarka by using those links on the left-hand side of the page there, and just make sure that you've read through those things that I talked about just a few minutes ago, like the course syllabus and so forth. Get your textbook as soon as you can so that you're able to start on the assignments. And as you're working on the assignments, just let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be glad to help you. Other than that, that's really all I had for you for today. So like I said, I really am looking forward to teaching this class this semester. I'm really excited to get the semester started, and hopefully you're excited too. Hopefully you'll learn a lot, and you'll find it enjoyable. So like I said, I'm looking forward to it, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you.